family's getting ready here, we're going to go into an honoring on behalf of John Emhoolah Jr. All right, so be patient with us. As you know, these honorings are part of our powwows. It may take a little time, so it's just a time to pay attention and learn a little bit as we talk and learn and hear the stories of our elders, the sharings that they have to give. And so that's why it's important that we have our honorings along with our celebrations. All right, well, John is giving instructions here. I'm going to read a little bit about what John has provided for me. And as you know, John is an elder here in the community. And a lot of us, all of us, you know, we looked up to him for words of encouragement, for words of guidance. So John has led the Denver Indian community for many years. People from many tribal nations across the country and breathing new life into their heritage. We are proud that much of the American Indian culture is preserved due to his dedicated efforts and his commitment to educating the Denver educational system from K through 12 to colleges to universities with Native American studies. John Emhoolah works to build bridges for understanding between cultures. In a recent talk, John voiced his belief. We are all connected and we all need each other. He is of the Kiowa and Arapaho tribes of Oklahoma. John is a longtime Denver resident with his wife, Geneva, and his children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. He has served in the U.S. Army 45th Thunderbird Division, G Battery, 158th Field Artillery, and served in the Korean War from 1950 to 1952. He maintains an active role in several traditional Kiowa societies, including the Omaha War Dance Society, the Kiowa Gourd Clan, and the Kiowa Native American Church. John carries his message through tribal and spiritual ways and prayers to countless events and was inspirational in the passage of the American Indian Religious Act. So once again, put your hands together for John, a Korean War veteran. At this time, he has called upon our host Northern Drum. And before we do that, we got a little presentation here. And I'm going to turn the mic on over to Jim.
Annyeonghaseyo, which is a Korean greeting that's said with great respect. My name is Jim McGibney. I am the Honorary Consul for the Republic of Korea in Colorado, and it is with great honor that I'm allowed to be here today to help Mrs. Kim make this presentation. Mrs. Kim was the chairman of the National Unification Advisory Council 60th up until this last year. And she's here today to present a medal that is being given to Korean War veterans that served. And John was there in some of the toughest times. 1950, 1951 was some of the most brutal fighting. And he also had to endure winters. How many of you have been through a South Dakota winter? It's nothing compared to the Korean winter. The Korean winters are absolutely brutal. He was a forward observer, and so he had to live up there basically on his own for several months. The men that fought in that Korean War are my heroes. They went through some of the toughest stuff that anyone ever did. There were 22 countries that formed an alliance. Just to give you a little reference, the Korean War was not between the U.S. and Korea. The Korean War was the first United Nations war, and it was fought with 22 different countries in alliance. 16 actually did the fighting. And the Korean War has never ended. That war continues today because it was only stopped. It was paused. And there's great worry that there could be more strife. The organization that Mrs. Kim represents are the ones that hope to see that country reunified. And if I might add one other thing before Mrs. Kim lets me help present the award. Her position is appointed as the President of Korea. So this medal today is being given to you today by the Korean government and through the President. But this is Mrs. Jennifer Kim to make that.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for the introduction, Honorary Consul John McGibney. Again, my name is Jennifer Kim. I was the chairman of the National Unification Advisory Council that started in South Korea over 30 years ago, and term is for 2 years. At this present time, there are about 43 chapters worldwide, of which in the United States there are 15, and Denver chapter being one of the 15 chapters. And in South Korea alone, there are about over 250 chapters. The purpose of the National Unification Advisory Council is to promote the peaceful unification between the North and South Korea. We're very honored today to have John Emhoolah and all the Korean War veterans who sacrificed their lives during the Korean War, during the times when Korea was at the bottom 10 out of the 200 countries. Now the Korea is rising continually, and it is at the top 10. Without the sacrifice of individuals such as Mr. John Emhoolah, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we are very thankful. Recently, President Park of South Korea delivered a speech before the Congress, not too long ago, where she recognized 3 former Korean War veterans among the congressmen. And on behalf of the South Korean President Park Geun-hye, it is my honor to award this medal on behalf of President Park Geun-hye to Mr. John Emhoolah today. And I'm going to read the proclamation today, if you'll bear with me. Ambassador for Peace, official proclamation. It is a great honor and pleasure to express the everlasting gratitude of the Republic of Korea and our people for the service you and your countrymen have performed in restoring and preserving our freedom and democracy. We cherish in our hearts the memory of your boundless sacrifices in helping us reestablish our free nation. In grateful recognition of your dedicated contributions, it is our privilege to proclaim you an ambassador for peace with every good wish of people of the Republic of Korea. Let each of us reaffirm our mutual respect and friendship that they may endure for generations to come. Thank you. Will you give him another round of applause?
want to acknowledge the medal presented. Thank you to the South Korean people, the committee, and the government of South Korea. I say I hope to that government. I hope. Thank you. At this time, the boys are going to sing a song. I'm going to ask you to dance with us. It's an honor song. Following that, we will have a board dance. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our MC.
One more time, put your hands together for John Emhoolah. And as you know, all his services that he does in education, I know I've done a lot of performances with this gentleman all over Indian country, all over the country, just given the opportunity to share our way of life. But at this time, we're going to go over to Blackton, Dakota for an honor song. If you could please rise and remove your hats. Family, friends, we're asking you to come join. Colorado Intertribal is standing by for a one-on-one.